Hi guys, welcome to today's video. My name is Enorita James of Goshen Heights Couture. This is the third video in my continuation video of pattern drafting for beginners. In my last video, I drafted this particular pattern. This is a close-fitting basic body block using the WINIFRED ALDRICH method. If you've not created this block, you might not be able to follow this section of the video. So I advise you to go back and watch this particular video and create your own professional close-fitting basic body block. So once you've done that, what I'm going to do in this video, I am going to trace out this particular block. Because from this block, you can create anything you want. So it's best once you have it, you keep it well, so that from it you can derive whatever you're going to derive. In today's video, I am going to show you how to shape this body block. As you can see, everything is straight. The front, the back is straight, and human beings are not straight. So from this standard close-fitting basic block, I'm going to show you how to chart out your waist so that you can have fitting to fit your exact shape. So first and foremost, I'm going to trace out this block, and I'm going to be using this tracing paper. I got this from Amazon. If you're interested in getting it, I'll put the link directly below so that you can get it. So that's how I'm going to do it. I'm just going to place it down here and I'm going to trace it out. Let me quickly do that. So everything has been traced out on my transparent paper. So right here I have my center front. Here is my center front. Let me shift this a little bit. So here is my center front. And right there is my center back. That's my center back. And this is what separates the front from the back. And this is the side seam. This is my chest line. This is my waist line. And this here is my hip line. So, to shape a waistline, to give this pattern a waist, there are certain centimeters you need to take in from the back and from the front. And that is what I'm going to do right now. First, you will get to your side seam. This is the side seam. This is the front. This is the back. Now, from the back side seam, we are going to remove 1.5 centimeters. So take your tape and measure 1.5 right there. And at the same place, you measure 2.5 on your front side. 2.5. So that means you've taken out what you need to take out from the side seam. Now, let us create the darts for the front and for the back. In creating the dart for the back, you need a dart width of 3.5 centimeters. How do you do that? You get to the back. Remember our center line right here. So I'm going to get the tape. This is 3.5. That is 3.5 centimeters. So I will just fold it to meet there and get the center. Just like so. And I'll place the center at that line so that I get equal width of the dart in between that line. So I'll just do this. So that will be 1.75 and 1.75. So I've marked my 3.5 cm that's at the back. For the front side, this front side, we'll do the same thing. But for the front dart, we'll be taking in 4.5 cm. These are standard darts, standard ways of taking in darts. So from the front side, we're taking 4.5. The same method, just get 4.5 cm right there. Just fold your tape to meet it at that point. So you get the midpoint, like so. And then we place this tape with that midpoint at this line, like so. And then we mark. So that's it. So all we have to do now, to just draw this to meet this shoulder dart, draw this here to meet the shoulder dart, and do the same thing at the back. So I've joined all my darts together, as you can see. That is the front dart. I've joined it. Sometimes you can join it up to the bust point, but some people normally leave about 2 to 3 or 2 to 4 centimeters down. Depends on the kind of style you're making, really. But this is your bust point. That is the center of most of all the darts. And then the back, I've already done that, as you can see. So right now, we cannot cut this out, because if you're doing any kind of dress, the front is normally not the same length with the back. The front is normally a little bit longer than the back because of the breast that lifts it up. So you cannot cut this pattern out as it is. And since this is the pattern you can use subsequently to do all kinds of pattern manipulations, we are now going to add just 1 cm to the center front. We are going to add 1 cm length to the center front, and then we'll use a curved ruler to curve it to meet the front seam line, so that if you're joining your back to your front, there will be no discrepancy. But some people normally add the 1 cm, draw a straight line, and then they do a dart at the side. So it depends on you, whichever one works well. You could either use a curved ruler to curve it to the edge here where it stays, or you could do a dart right here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to draw a straight line, and I'm going to do a dart. To do that, I'll just measure this line from here to here. I'll get the center, and then make a dart of 1 centimeter length, and then get my center to join the bust point. So I have my side dart. Now that is our shaped professional fitting body block. This is what you're now going to cut off and keep for all kinds of pattern manipulations you might want. One thing I need you to take note of here, when you're doing your darts, always remember that the 2 legs of your darts should be the same length. So as you can see now, when I'm cutting this side of the front, once I cut it from here, I will just go like this. Then I'll go cut like this, because this side leg of this dart should be the same with this. That is why it is, when you're cutting, it will be like that, so that when you fold it together, nothing will overlap. So that's it. So once you've done this, you can go ahead now and cut off your front, and then cut off your back piece, because this is what you'll be using to do all your manipulations for whatever style you want, from your top to your waist. In my next video, I'm going to show you how to actually create a dress from the same basic body block. We are going to create a dress without seam at the waist, and a dress with seam at the waist. 2 of them have different pattern intakes, which I'm going to use to illustrate in my next video. So with this, I've come to the end of this video. I don't want it to be too long. So I hope you'll be able to shape your basic block and get ready for pattern manipulations to form different blouse styles. Thank you so much for watching. Till my next video.